All right, guys, welcome back to the Absolute Cinema Review podcast for another edition of Movie I Made You Watch. This week we got some maybe controversial movies. I'm very excited to see what we all think of these. I recommended Dhoom 2.
I recommended Tales from the Hood.
And I recommended a movie called Happiness.
Yep.
It wasn't very happy.
It was not very happy.
Yeah, we'll get into that, though.
Yeah.
I think first we're going to start with Dhoom 2. We're going to give our scores. I'll start first. I haven't watched this in a very long time. This is mostly nostalgia for me. I give it a 4.
I'm going to give Dhoom 2 a 2.5.
Wow.
So
I think you guys are both going to go the same way.
Yeah, I don't want to seem like we colluded or anything, but I had predetermined my score was also going to be a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah. It's not a bad 2.5.
I wish I could defend myself right now, but I really can't.
It's probably the strongest. It's the strongest of 2.5s on enjoyability alone.
It is. But like, I don't think you could defend a low score.
No.
It's like... Okay,
no, I feel like I wish I watched it recently so I could defend it, but I can't. I can't point to like certain scenes.
But that's all right. I mean, it literally is. It's like cut and repeat, like pretty much the same thing over and over until like the story doesn't go much of anywhere until like the last fourth of the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the story was okay, but what I was saying is like you can't defend it. Is just like on like a pure filmmaking like aspect.
Yeah.
Dude, I think like the lighting was crazy,
really,
bro. Okay. And like the dialogue,
because 2.5 is bad. Like that is a bad score. Like you could say it's average because it technically is, but you know when you rate a movie 2.5 stars,
it's like a swing rating though for me. So like the filmmaking's a 1.
Yeah,
the dance sequences is a 5. And like it's just fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun time.
Okay, are you underrating the aspect of enjoyability and fun when you're watching a movie, though?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it's just like really technically bad.
Okay.
If that's all the movie it has going for it, then I can't rate it super high. That's just all that comes down to.
Because I know I'm personally like that with movies, where if I like just enjoyed a movie enough, I'll rate it highly, even if it's not, critically acclaimed or something like that. For example, like the Zohan movie. I just love that movie because it's just too much fun to rate it low. That's one of the reasons The Nice Guys is one of my favorite movies of all time. That goes like a really long way for me, I think, more than other viewers.
Totally. I 100% agree. And by the way, now we're going to get into a spoiler section. So if you've not seen this movie and you want to go check it out, pause the video here, go and watch it, come back. But I just wanted to say, like, if there were like 2 words to describe this movie, it'd probably just be like Orifarm.
Yeah.
There are so many scenes that are just long shots of like either a guy in the rain just like
shirtless
spitting like daggers at this girl, like his eyes are like neon colored almost, like the amount of scenes where like they're just like striking a pose, or like the dance scenes that are super accentuated.
It's so like early 2000s. He's got the cut off. He's got like the abs of fucking steel, or like the shorty is just like in the most like crazy fit.
Oh
like, dude, it looks like. And it's edited like when they introduced. A perfect example was when they introduced the twin sister. It looked like they were bringing on a new person for Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, it's like running on the beach.
That's funny.
Yeah. The cut back and forth on the beach of like the comedic relief character. They're like, "Can you pass us the ball back?"
And he has like a life with this woman.
He's like,
yeah.
Dude, fuck, now I feel bad, bro, because I was trying to introduce you guys to like Indian movies, but I don't know why I introduced this one. I don't even remember seeing it. But.
There are several cut scenes with that character where he meets women throughout the film. He like stares at them blankly for 5 seconds, and it cuts to him like having a family with them.
Yeah.
That happens like 6 times. And with one girl, it's the same cut scene.
It's the same
twice.
one, yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember. I laughed.
I laughed.
The only thing, I tried watching a little bit of it because I was like, all right, I need to know what's happening. And I just watched the first scene and I just died laughing. I'm like, all right,
The first scene was so fire.
Yeah. Opening scene was very fire.
Yeah. But now, I feel bad. All right, next time I'm going to recommend an Indian movie that I actually remember and I think you guys will enjoy.
I watched Triple R.
Oh, Triple R is good.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Triple R is good. I feel like Triple R is like a bit more of like a newer generation kind of like post Netflix. It is a Netflix movie, right?
It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah. There are some really good golden gems that I gotta recommend.
Dude, I feel like this movie paved the way for Netflix cinematography.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
That's a crazy take, and you might be right.
Yeah, he's cooking with that.
Dude, like the lighting in like the slower moments of the films, like where they're just talking about shit and standing around a table, like it looks like a sitcom. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Honestly, I think there's two things here. One, if you are a person for like musical and dance breaks, you'll probably love this. And two, if you're one that, like just really likes movies that don't take themselves too seriously and are just there kind of to have a good time, and you're not really like all that concerned with the story, but what you're looking at is, for the most part, entertaining.
Just fun.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Dude, that's what I was kind of expecting. I was like, you know what? I'll just throw this on for a little bit. It'll be good. It'll be a fun time. And then I saw it was 2.5 hours. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like that for the whole movie.
Runtime is definitely egregious. It did not need to be 2.5 hours.
Dude, yeah, I was looking at the other cast because I wanted to like check out other movies they're in.
Yeah.
They're all like, a lot of them were like 3 hours. Is that just like a Bollywood thing?
I think it
like,
is because the music just takes so long. The dancing just
the
takes so goddamn long.
They're so fire though.
Dude, I'm not usually a musical guy, but I remember watching this one. I mean, dude, I watched it so long ago, so it's even hard to like say.
No, I agree with you though.
But it was like, it was fun. You know?
It was. The sound effects.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom.
Doom, my child. All right.
All right, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
All in all, though, I'm happy I watched it. I am happy
Okay,
I watched
all right.
it. It was fun.
Okay,
It's a good
all
2.5.
Yeah,
Nice,
exactly.
nice.
Like 2.5.
A good 2.5 is funny.
2.5
because there
you
is a
would
bad
think, like-
2.5s too.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Like especially like when a movie's supposed to be good, but then it just sucks.
That's
Yeah.
way worse. Than,
Way
like,
worse than this.
Just a fun movie that's
Exactly.
like technically kind of poo poo.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I just personally can't rate it high.
I couldn't rate it
higher.
the same as some of my 3s.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. But
All right.
go and watch that movie
Yep.
for sure.
Next movie, I recommended Tales from the Hood. Matt, score?
Ooh, so this one I had kind of a hard time with. I did because
Like
I mean,
rating,
just say your
rating
score.
the movie?
Just say
or-
your score.
rating the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta just say my score. I think I will land on a 4.5.
Wow.
No. I take it back. I was about to say I'm teetering on a 3.5 or 4. I don't
Wow,
know
you
why.
really minced your words there.
I did mince my words. I minced my words.
4.5?
I minced my words. 4.
Okay.
4 out
Okay,
of 5.
I will go 4 as well.
Yeah.
Nice. I gave this a 4, but I believe it's going to be 4.5 or higher on a rewatch.
Yep.
Wow.
I honestly had a hard time like rating this one as well. For me, I was kind of stuck at a 3 to 3.5, but the last 20 minutes of this movie is like, in my opinion, so much better than the rest. Like it is
Yeah.
fantastic.
We'll talk about it, but once we get into
Yeah,
spoilers,
yeah,
I
yeah.
need a
Sorry.
reminder of what those last 20 minutes are and shit, but we'll get there in spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly think just the way that this movie is structured into flashbacks, like not to spoil, like
it's
I'm not
not-
going to get into
I don't even think it's
specifics.
flashback. It's just
Yeah.
like stories. It's it's the Morticians telling like those
Yes,
stories.
yes.
It's an anthology.
That's kind of what I mean by flashbacks, but
Yeah, it is hard to rate like anthologies because each story is so different and some can be so much worse than the other ones.
Yeah.
So I get where you guys are coming from that.
yes, but I'm saying I like that structure. I haven't seen a ton of movies that are like that, but I know it's a thing. Like there are
Yeah.
other movies that fit into that category, and I think that was executed very well. In especially the setting of this movie, I feel like they teed up each story very nicely, which I was a big fan of.
I think, you're right about the anthology part because there's definitely a story in this anthology series that I thought was kind of weak compared to the other ones. Wait, should we get into spoilers?
There was one of the stories that was weaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially. But speaking of that, if we're going to start talking about the stories in detail,
Yeah.
we'll get into our spoiler section. Again, I'll repeat myself just because I don't want anybody to be spoiled about the movies that we talk about.
Yeah.
I know a couple of you guys have mentioned that, you got excited about us talking about the movies, but, we talk about it a little bit too much. We get ahead of ourselves. So fair warning, spoiler section up ahead. If you don't want to be spoiled, go and watch the movie and come back.
All right.
Yeah, so the story with the political
Was that
governor was trying to
the
run
old
for something.
slave
Yeah. The painting on the wall.
I thought that one was just a little bit weaker than the other stories.
Wait, the plantation one?
Yeah.
With like the dolls?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the other ones were just a lot better. I don't know.
I can agree with you only because I think
Can someone remind me what those stories are? So the
All of
first
them?
one,
So-
Is
yeah.
the cop.
the cop like
The second one,
rose from the dead.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The second one is the drawing one, the kid with the drawing, and
Yes.
his like.
Oh, that one's the weakest for me. I think it was good, but
I like that one.
I thought the monster as an analogy for the dad was like clever and well
it
done.
was. It was.
And then the last one was the like the most notable one. Like he's in the prison.
Yeah.
and
He's
they're
like strapped to the
brainwashing
chair,
him.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the king of the crop right
Yes.
there. That shit is
Yes.
ridiculous.
I will say my roommate walked in on me while he was spinning in circles in a Speedo. And he's like, "What are you watching?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
just trust the process."
Yep.
Yeah, that story was probably the craziest. And like it actually gets like a little bit deep when he's like sunk into this kind of like, I don't even know how you would describe it, but it's like a chamber almost.
Sensory deprivation. tank.
Yeah, the sensory deprivation tank, exactly. And he starts hallucinating and like seeing all of the people that he killed and like having a conversation with them.
Yeah.
But like like his exclamations of like, "You guys would have done the same to me," like that shit. I mean, I don't know. Like the conversations that went on there, I thought were pretty crazy. I thought that the practical like body effects were pretty cool in some of the scenes, especially that's why I disagree with you about the story with the kid, is because like the conclusion to that one is like the whole thing is his reality is what he draws and crumples up actually happens to the person.
Oh yeah.
And so he crumples up the picture of the monster, and his dad just starts folding right in front of him.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty crazy.
I don't know. Maybe I just thought that one was weaker because I didn't even remember it. So maybe that's why I said that. But I wish I had more time to watch this again. I will be watching this after this pretty soon.
Well, it's like 140. No, it's like
it's like a
hour and
a
40
half.
minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of creativity in this one that I really appreciated. Just like the random scenes, like you were saying, like him getting crumpled up. He kills a police officer. He does like a Matrix thing with like the heroin needles on the floor. He lifts them up and he like shoots the needles.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah. In the first
That one
one.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot, like basically every scene is kind of like that. So just like going for it, creativity wise, which I really liked.
Yeah. It's a different movie, which I like.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But okay, what I was gonna say though, the last 20 minutes of like, all right, the last story just is more potent as like message wise, story wise, narrative wise, and it did such a good job. Like I was already moved by the story alone. And then afterwards, where you discover that they're just in hell and this guy's crazy, was so good. Like I love that part. I bumped it up to like a whole star after that. I feel like I just wish that part was longer. Thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like-
dude, I just remembered. Weren't they like already dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, this is hell. Welcome to hell. I was like,
And then it
dude,
ends
oh my
like
God.
15 seconds later,
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly.
Yes.
No, I 100% agree with you. I think that like I also was not expecting that at all. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of like, why are they even at this like house to begin with? You know, like they're clearly like, I mean, at the beginning they're there to buy drugs, but it's never referenced past the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They're just like okay with visiting people's caskets. But no, I found that funny that you said like you needed to be reminded, because I like when I finished it, I read your review on Letterboxd and you're like, the last 15 to 20 minutes makes this movie.
I said that?
Yeah.
It is
You
true.
said that.
Like the other
Which I
stories are
agree with you.
great, but that last 20 is something different, bro. It's so
Yeah.
good.
It is really that good. I mean, overall, it's kind of funny that I'm finding similarities between this and Doom 2, because I had fun watching this movie. I had fun watching
Yeah,
this.
yeah, that's
it's
fair.
there's just certain parts that are so ridiculous that you can't help but laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It is really deep though.
It
Especially
is.
that
No,
last
yeah.
20 minutes.
I like the commentary that it had
Yeah, I
on
loved
like
it.
specific things.
I loved how it did it too.
Yes, I agree with you. Overall, definitely like an enjoyable watch. I thought that the owner of, I think, would you call it it's a funeral home. The owner of like the funeral home, I think his character design was super cool. With the hair, like they made him look insane.
Yeah.
I thought that was very well done, even though I feel like most of the main characters just did not have a lot of lines, just because it was wait, say the word again.
Anthology.
Anthology, because it was an anthology, but I still thought that they were great.
Yeah.
overall just very enjoyable. I think it's a very strong candidate for a 4 out of 5 star movie. Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
All right, are we gonna address the elephant in the room?
Yes,
Is that good though? Are you guys good on
I think
Tales of
that
Yes,
one's
yeah.
pretty good, like cut and dry, just cut and dry, good movie.
I think
Yeah.
it is.
There's not a lot of controversy.
I mean, it doesn't need to have controversy for us to talk about it at length, though. I was just making
Controversy about what? Like our opinions on it?
sure. Or just something,
kind of.
something else
That's
that
what
you
I was
wanted to bring
hinting
up,
at.
you know, like about the
yeah.
movie. Something that you liked, didn't like, you know, something that contributed to your score.
We-
All right, so wrapping up Tales from the Hood, and moving into our last movie from Movie I Made You Watch. It is the movie that I recommended. It's called Happiness. It's with Philip Seymour Hoffman and a couple other actors, actresses that I am not going to name because I can't remember their names. Let me just preface before we start talking that when I suggested this movie, I did not know what it was about. I saw that it had decent ratings. I saw Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I think I read the first sentence of the plot, and I saw that it was polarizing. So I was like, this seems interesting. None of us have seen it, and so let's give it a shot. Just want to say that before we get into this conversation.
All right,
But
scores. I need to get this off my chest. bro.
Let's have you guys go first here.
changes for
itching.
me like every time that I think about it. I don't know I honestly don't know what to rate it right now.
I'm itching to say my score.
Christian, why don't you go first?
0.5.
Wow. Whoa. That is the lowest.
There is okay, for Letterboxd, I'll give it a 0 for this.
Yeah.
There's no redeeming qualities to this.
That's
Damn.
not true.
Yes, it is.
I
bro.
will give it a 2.5.
I will give it a 4.
Wow.
Out of 5.
Dude, we are
4
split.
out of 5.
We are split.
Now, let me start by saying we're not going to get into spoilers yet. We'll talk about it a little bit without spoilers. But if you
Who cares, bro? Do not watch this movie, bro.
Yeah.
if you
honestly,
if
like,
you
yeah.
have a
Do
weak,
not watch this movie. Do not form your own opinions. Bro.
if you have a weak stomach, if you are sensitive about any issues at all,
Why
if
wouldn't you be?
I mean,
All right, sorry.
like more sensitive than most. Like if you are disturbed by seeing things on
yeah.
a television,
Yeah.
do not watch this movie. Probably.
There was a reason why you can't like find this movie anywhere. Why
Probably
it's not on streaming
it's,
services.
It's extremely disturbing for a lot of reasons. It's extremely disturbing. I think in my review I wrote Magnolia, but the vile, disturbing, disgusting version because it's formatted in a similar way. But anyways, I give this a 4 because 1, I thought the acting was fantastic. I don't agree that there were no redeemable qualities. I thought the journeys of some of these characters were actually very real and touching, and I thought interesting.
Like what?
Like the daughter who everybody just assumes is going to accomplish nothing in life.
Yeah,
and
yeah, she's aight.
her quest to do something with
you know
that.
what? I'll give it a 1 for the acting.
Oh, come on.
This is
Listen, dude.
Okay, it does have redeemable qualities, and that's why I give it a 2.5. The acting is good. The set design is a little goofy, but I appreciate it at times, and the score is all right.
I thought the score was great.
Fuck this movie, though.
Yeah.
No, it's gross. It's gross. See, here's what I don't understand.
Narratively, it doesn't make sense. Like narratively, the way they expose what happens at the end of the movie is like, well, this didn't really need to be written at all. And
Yeah, it's also boring. It's also boring.
not boring.
Or not.
not
The
boring.
only reason why it's not boring, why it wouldn't be boring, is because it's so fucking shocking. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
All
And
right,
like,
let's
dude,
go. Should we get into spoilers?
We're in spoilers.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but we
Okay,
don't need a spoilers.
We're not
one
even
for this.
spoilers. We'll get there in a second. But
We
I
need to
have one
announce
more
it,
thing.
though.
Yeah. Just like this vibe of like, I don't even know, like just nothingness and like a boring people living boring lives.
I think that's how it wanted you to feel.
Yeah, one of my least favorite like things to watch in
that's-
general, and
that's
then make the
fine.
movie bad. And I'm just
That's
not
fine,
even-
but can you recognize that that was like a goal of the movie to make you feel that way? Because
Sure.
you're just being shown the lives of people.
dude, I like movies that are like made to skew an audience far in one direction. Funny Games, Mysterious Skin.
So I was gonna bring
See,
up.
those are
Mysterious Skin.
both technically way better, well done than this movie.
Miles.
At least, okay, I did watch this in like 560p or some bullshit like that. Like, maybe I didn't get the full experience of it, but there's nothing really direct. Like when we talk about filmmaking and directing, there's nothing really that innovative or
That's what I was thinking too, because
interesting
I was
about
looking
it.
for it because I obviously didn't like the story, and it was just like another movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I thought the cinematography wasn't anything special. I can agree with that. But I just wholeheartedly disagree on the story. I think as grotesque and fucked up the source material is, I found the characters actually like pretty compelling and interesting.
I guess that's a word for it.
And
Do
well acted.
you want to get into
Can we go into
spoilers?
spoilers?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Spoiler section. Probably don't watch this movie, but I mean, even though I gave it a great score, probably don't watch this movie, especially if you are easily upset by things. It's just trigger warning. It is very, very disturbing on multiple levels.
Yeah.
Just a very fair warning if you do go out and find this movie. But anyway, spoiler section. We're going to talk about the movie. If you don't want to be spoiled, pause the video now or skip ahead. Yeah.
It's shot like Diary of the Wimpy Kid, but it's child rape.
You literally, bro.
No, I can't
is.
agree.
What do you mean, no?
It's not shot like Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
I can't even imagine sitting here defending this bullshit, bro.
Well, of course, because it's grotesque. That's why I'm going to
It's
bring
not
up.
about subject matter though. Like
Then
we
what is it
we
about?
accept that Mysterious Skin is a good movie. We accept
That's what I'm saying.
That, you know,
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
like the subject. I don't like how this movie dealt with this subject matter. Like, I don't know. A dark comedy can be a dark comedy. It can be dark. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like it.
It almost like tries to normalize.
I think it's
in a
just
way.
it's just
the
showing you
movie.
how people that have evil and like weird and fucked up intentions live double lives and how they navigate
So
that.
fucking what? They
don't
should
know.
all
What do you
kill
mean?
themselves. I don't fucking know.
Well, then you're saying every movie that is just headed in an aimless direction and showing you the lives of people is just written off.
Yeah,
then.
I guess. What's the word? I'm being contradictory because
You're
I like
being
movies.
hypocritical.
Yeah, hypocritical, but like I don't care.
I think I think you don't care because the subject matter is terrible.
It is.
Yes, it is. But you love Mysterious Skin.
Yeah,
that doesn't
'cause
make any
it's a good
sense.
movie. It's tonally
I'm
fucking
saying
good.
that this movie is good. It's also
But Mysterious
gross.
Skin is miles and miles and
It's
miles.
It's
Here's
like,
what I'll
I
admit.
don't know, bro.
Here's what I'll
it's like
admit.
tone. It's like story beat delivery. I don't know, bro.
But I think the point of Mysterious Skin is to actually loop around and give you a more of a commentary on why what's happening is terrible. That's not the goal of happiness. It's just to show you that it's happening. And people are like this. People exist like this in the world.
Yeah.
I think just showing that to you is what it's trying to accomplish. It's not trying to say... The director, in my opinion, is not coming out and saying this is bad, even though it inherently is. I think Mysterious Skin is doing that. Mysterious Skin is telling you, I am showing you that what this is terrible, and here's how different people react to
so
it.
you're saying this is a smarter movie than
No,
Mysterious
no,
Skin?
I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm using it as an example.
Listen,
because
I
you're saying that
understand.
this is
I
terrible.
understand what
Mysterious
you're
Skin is
saying.
good.
I do
but
understand
why?
what you're saying.
Like, but just
Thank
why?
you. I understand what you're saying.
It's a directional
He's showing-
choice.
He's like, these
Exactly.
people exist. There's monsters among us.
Yes.
But why? I don't want to watch that.
There is no inherent reason why. I just
guess.
thought that the fact that it was there and the way that it was shown was interesting. And also this guy, to me, I think felt guilty about it, but actually couldn't stop himself.
Honestly, for
he's
me,
literally
it is
innately
kind of like
terrible.
I skew the way of I don't like movies like this in general, where the director's like, yeah, shit is like this, like people like this exist, and it's one of the reasons I do rate this movie that I'm about to say a lot higher than this one, Happiness. But I did kind of feel that way about The Zone of Interest. I was not a huge fan of that movie because I felt like it was doing the same thing, but with kind of different subject material than this one does.
I think no matter
And I'm just not a fan of that because it's just like, well, why? You know?
No
Like,
matter-
That's
I'd
an
rather.
interesting take.
Yeah.
I don't know
that
if
is
I
an
hate.
interesting
I disagree, but I don't
do
know if
disagree.
I completely.
I just think no matter how much you don't want to admit it, the subject matter comes into play.
Yeah,
It just
exactly.
does. It 100% does. And I can understand that.
I
can.
almost like don't even blame the movie for, like, I guess doing what it did.
Yeah.
I'm just not the audience.
That's fine.
To just sit here and be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this for 2 hours. This shit ruined my day,
and that
bro.
is
Did you watch it today?
yes.
if that is the answer, that's acceptable to me. I just think I mean, as terrible as it really is, I got past that and was able to see other redeeming qualities.
You
in
rate this movie? I mean, I hate to do this. I'm not going to even do it, actually.
You gotta say it now.
You rate this movie higher than Endgame?
Holy shit.
That's crazy, right? That's not right. You're fucking LARPing, bro. You're like pretentious level LARPing.
What
like,
do you want me to? What do you want me
you
to
don't
say?
read books, bro. Like you don't read, you don't write.
Why,
like,
when have I ever claimed?
but
any
it's
of
like,
these
why? Like, why would you? Oh my god, bro.
Would you
I'm
rather
trying to
watch
give you-
Thor, or would you rather watch Captain America pick up Thor's hammer in a fucking theater of 500 people, or would you rather just...
Of course, I would rather do that. I'm not going to watch Happiness again. Never.
So why is it better?
Because it just literally at face value is. I appreciate it more as a movie. I think I see things in it that you guys do not.
No, I know what you're seeing. You can't say that I just don't see those things. I'm saying they're invaluable.
Like the scene, you can't tell me that the scene where Philip Seymour Hoffman is literally in his apartment, this girl who will not leave him alone in the apartment building comes up and knocks on his door. He finally caves and like goes out with her. Just like the ridiculousness of them, like he clearly, like for some reason, the irony of that he is like this pervert and like wants someone so bad, but then finally when someone wants him, he doesn't feel the need to pursue it. And then they go out and have this dinner and he's just sitting there and like, he's the weirdo, but he's so bothered by what she's saying to him. And it's just this kind of like awkward conversation.
Well, she's saying she cut a nigga dick
I
off.
know. Well, it gets there, but even before that, like she's just doing a whole lot of yapping. I thought that scene was genius.
I did not think it was genius. I thought that was one of the better scenes when she was telling that story, and he was just like, he was the grossed out one.
Yeah.
I think
almost, which is ironic.
I think there's only one scene I like in this movie. It's when Philip Seymour Hoffman goes to that one sister's house. Like I'm the guy, and he's sitting on the couch, and he's like going like,
Yeah.
I like that.
Crazy.
That was one scene that
Isn't
I
that his neighbor? They're just like in the same apartment
No, I don't
building.
think they're neighbors. Are they?
Yeah, they are neighbors.
I swear to
They're
God.
next door neighbors.
No,
that girl?
not that one. Not that one. The sister who's like an author.
Yeah, that's their next door neighbors.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he went
Next door
across
neighbors.
the way, and it was like the tenant lady.
Oh,
Or
I
like,
didn't know that.
Didn't you find that ironic at all too? That he's like playing phone tag with all these people, and then he ends up just like actually seeing and talking to the people that are next to him.
He's the biggest gooner.
He is, but like I thought there was more than what meets the eye. Like as fucked up as that is, it's like listen, I
don't think
it's
there
so
is. I
hard.
really don't think
it's
there
so
is.
hard to talk about this without seeming just so convoluted.
Dude,
and
there's
fucked
no
up
like,
because-
you can't like do a psychological dive into these kind of people. I mean, like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, some of them are like less obviously. The dad who is literally molesting children is the worst of the bunch.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, some
don't
of them,
need to-
like the woman who's like really passive in her life and cries a lot or whatever. I mean, that's fine, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I thought the relationship dynamic between those three, the
sisters.
the sister who's trying to like find something in her life and do good, and so she's working at that like the immigrant center as a teacher, and then the one who is married to the child molester, and then the one who is an author. The dynamic between the three of them and the conversations they have amongst themselves are very relative to real life and dynamics and the way that people talk behind each other's backs.
Yeah,
and the perspective on success in
get
life.
that in Tokyo Story.
I'm just saying what I'm trying to give you the perspective of what I found redeeming from the movie, because clearly neither of you did. I thought it was super interesting, and I thought the way that it moved from one conversation to another, like the complete fakeness of the wife who was at the house being like, oh, like, you know, we really thought you were going to amount to nothing in your life, but I'm so happy that you're going places. And then it cuts to her having dinner with the other sister being like, oh, she's doing terrible.
Yeah.
You know, she's not doing anything.
Sure.
Listen, everything you're saying
TikToks
is
written
right.
like that.
Everything you're saying is right, but for me, it just equates to, even though all those elements of story writing are in there, it kind of sums up to a nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
So
okay,
would you
I will
not-
agree that it's written well. But again, I just don't care.
This is the exact same movie format as Magnolia.
So,
But you guys appreciate Magnolia and like that format.
what kind of fucking comparison is
Yes.
that?
What do you like? You're talking about it goes nowhere.
Dude.
So does Magnolia.
Dude. a movie is the same format as another movie because they're both filmed with fucking cameras.
No, that's not
Yes,
what I'm talking
you
about.
also brought this up earlier when we were talking about Pixar and we are talking about Marvel. You go, there's a character, they're going through some shit. There's like a
That's not what I'm talking about.
no, it is because you're talking
not.
about the formulas. You're comparing the formulas between Magnolia and Happiness,
But
and
it's
you
a
did
very
the same thing
specific
beforehand.
formula.
Yes, and that you're talking about the same specific formula. Like, what's wrong with these comparisons? Before you said that it's about a what did you say about Pixar and Marvel? It's about a character that like goes through something. There's an incentive of him to go on a journey, and then it finally like gets resolved, right? Like that's what you said.
It's like it starts by introducing the characters. There's a conflict, there's a journey, and then there is a resolution with an overarching like conclusion.
Yes,
to a
you could
theme.
say that about most movies. You could say that about most Marvel movies and Pixar movies. Now you're trying to draw the comparison between these two structures, which are also very similar. But none of our complaints about this movie is about the structure itself.
I thought that's
It's
what you were just saying.
What?
I thought your complaint was you see these characters do all these things. Like I'm talking about what I appreciate about what I saw.
No, the
But you're saying
structure's
you're
structure's
upset.
not inherently
Structure's
flawed. Like there's no plot holes. Like there's no,
Okay.
there's no it's not like it's not going into a certain direction. It definitely is going to a certain direction and the author's kind of dragging you through this story.
Okay.
Kind of the same way you have in Magnolia where it's
That's
an
what I'm
anthology
saying.
and they're dragging you through it.
Yeah.
But the difference is Magnolia with its subject matter, how it deals with that subject matter is miles and miles and miles ahead of this movie.
I would think, if anything, the comparison from Magnolia's structure to this structure, which are very similar, would be an argument for why this movie sucks. Because that one does it so much better.
Yes. And also, I will say the end is different because at the end of Magnolia, you kind of have this deeper appreciation for all these characters. But at the end of Happiness, I feel like the director just wants you to have apathy for all these characters, which is kind of the opposite. They leave you at opposite ends.
But I feel like
I
you
think
just
that's deserving for this movie.
it is.
True.
I feel like you just don't you don't want the conclusion that it gave you, even though that was the intention of the movie. Like I can totally accept. Again, like I'll go back to it because I said it earlier. If you are just grossed out by the subject material and you don't like the way that things were portrayed to you, I can 100% accept that as an answer. And even if you do actually genuinely give it a half star, I will not knock you for that because it is disgusting, grotesque, etc. But I don't think it was the directional choice or intention to try to
Yes, it was.
make a resolution out of these things or teach you something or anything like
sure,
that. I
no.
think it was literally just cut and dry, like showing you that people
like,
in the real
yeah.
world are like this, and this is how they
Yeah.
navigate.
I mean,
these
every
Like
things.
single
slice
viewer
of
should know
it's like
that.
slice of life gooners and pedophiles.
It's like slice of hell. Like
Yeah.
yes,
It is. It is.
And I'm saying maybe up until the end, Magnolia is similar to that. So if you that's the only thing I don't understand is if you have I can agree with you, and I do think, first of all, let me just say I think Magnolia is a better movie. But second of all, let me say that I can appreciate if you feel like it wraps it up better or it's trying to sum things together and get to an end point or a resolution more in Magnolia.
I just don't even think they're. I don't even know why this is a conversation. I just don't even find them comparable.
I found them comparable in the sense that they're written.
It's not just a bunch of people that don't know each other, but their stories are interlinked.
That's
Yes,
exactly
exactly.
that is the comparison.
Exactly.
That is
Dozens
the
of
comparison.
movies like that.
There is?
Yes.
What else is like that?
I can't think of them right now, but I know like A Hateful Eight is one of them. Just it's like shit like that.
Nah, Hateful Eight's kind of different than both of the. I get what Matt is saying by it's like the way they move the movie moves chronologically throughout the characters and
Yes.
the writing and
Yes.
the beats is similar to Magnolia up until it's really
Another. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Sorry,
I mean, it's
I'm
more
mincing my
anthology,
words.
but Amores Perros.
I haven't watched
Inarito
haven't
movie.
seen.
It's more of like a 3-part, but like they intertwine. I mean, what these movies exist, bro. They're not fucking.
Well, yeah. The only reason I went on a tangent about it is because I'm trying to get to the bottom of, like why you didn't really care for it. And I felt like that these characters just doing things and it doesn't lead to anything was one of those things.
Well, okay. Why I didn't like it? The acting was good. I hated the subject matter. I hated how it was presented to me. I didn't find it funny, which it was supposed to be very funny.
I found parts of it funny.
I found some of it funny.
Yeah.
It looked terrible.
I don't think it looks.
It looked
terrible.
horrible. It looked absolutely horrible. I guess like that was the point. Maybe
Yeah. I also watched it.
Like the color of this movie is like tan. Like I think of this movie, and I think of like some middle-aged dude wearing khakis.
Yeah.
Like it's just boring. Like whatever.
Also watched it in super low resolution.
I watched it on YouTube.
I did too. Yeah. I feel like that didn't help, but I can agree to you on a certain level. I also think that might be a directional choice. You're not supposed to feel like.
Yeah, I think it is. I just don't like. It's just whatever.
I just don't appreciate the direction choice.
I think that's the stark comparison here. Is that I felt like there were very clear cut directional choices made about how the director wanted you to feel about that film, and I appreciated them. I think you guys did not. And that's
I did not. No, I did not.
Then that's okay.
I mean, I'll give you that.
That's okay.
Sure.
If that's the case, that's okay.
All right.
I am fully understanding and okay. This is one of those movies where it's just like it's so gross and vile and disgusting to the point where it's like, if you don't like it, I'm not even going to ask you why, and I'm going to accept that answer at the end of the day. But I will defend myself for why I appreciated it. I will. I definitely will. Although, you know, at the end of the day, when you're watching something like this, you just don't feel good after.
No.
You don't feel good after, especially with the multiple scenes at the end that just are there to make you feel extremely uncomfortable and grossed out and think this is the world I live in.
Yeah, dude. I finished the movie and I was like, all right, that happened.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
I think and you know what? That's supposed to.
It does kind of fuck up your day now that you're saying it.
Yeah.
My day's been kind of considerably worse after
know-
I watched that movie.
Yeah, you know the Jonah Hill meme where he's just like, I guess, bro. Yeah. That was me. That was me like 10 fucking times. Like someone will say something that I know is coming because, like, of course,
Right, yeah.
it's just some bullshit, the most crazy thing anyone could think of, and I'm just like, I can fucking guess, bro. Like, whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yep. Any more thoughts?
I don't think so.
All right, that has been happiness.
That has
Or
been
should I
happiness.
say
Look how happy we
sadness?
are.
Yeah,
Yay.
happy time.
So happiness. I love an ironic title. Anyways,
They should have named this movie Good. Get it? Because it's fucking bad.
Holy shit, Shakespeare. All right, that has been. We done?
Yeah, that.
I
all
think
right.
so. I think
Yeah.
so.
All
I think
right.
we're done. I think we're talked out.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. You guys have any concluding thoughts before we wrap this up?
Nope.
No. All right. Well, that has been another episode of Movie I Made You Watch. Some very different, very interesting movies this week. Let us know if you guys like this segment, if you want to see more. We really like this because it allows us to continue to watch new movies, which is obviously the driving goal of our channel here.
Yep.
Watching new things, having discussions about it, a healthy discourse, if you will. But anyways, drop your comments down below if you guys want to see us react to different movies for Movie I Made You Watch. If you've seen any of these movies, let us know your thoughts on them. And as always, we appreciate you guys viewing our videos.